Okay, we've just been talking about planes, so now let's have a think about frogs. I probably need to explain first if you haven't heard of this concept before. I was first introduced to this in a book called Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy, and I absolutely recommend this book. It's brilliant. You should be able to find it in bookstores, but if not, you can order a copy from our website. But it's a quick read and a very effective read. You can put things into place and into practice straight away. It's great. So the concept of Eat That Frog originates from a saying that's attributed to Mark Twain. And he said, "Eat a live frog first thing in the morning and nothing worse will happen to you for the rest of the day." So I know that's a pretty unpalatable thought, but let's just go with the analogy for a moment. A frog is actually another name for a job that you just really don't want to do. It's a job that you're probably going to procrastinate on and find reasons to avoid, but it's also a job that you really need to get done, and it will probably make a big difference to your progress. Now, because we tend to put these jobs off, they hang around, draining us, making us tired at the thought, which brings us to rule number 1 of frog eating. Rule number 1 tells us to make sure that we always eat the biggest, ugliest frogs first, because as we do this and move on to smaller frogs, our day can only improve. So instead of tackling the fun jobs first and then progressively getting more drained as the day goes on because each subsequent job is one you really don't want to do, why not turn it around and do the jobs you don't want to do first so that you can look forward to the fun jobs later in the day? Doing this means that you get the unpleasant jobs done much more quickly because you're eager to move on to something that you're going to enjoy more. You finish your day energized and on a high rather than drained and tired and needing to put ugly frogs that you procrastinated on in the to-do list for tomorrow. So getting back to our plane analogy, when you look at the planes that you're needing landed for the week, decide which ones are the ugly frogs and do them early in the week. And when you choose the planes that are going to be landed for the day, get the frogs done first. So you need to go back to your list of planes and number them in order of frog size. So the second rule of frog eating is that if you have to eat a live frog at all, it doesn't pay to sit and look at it for very long. So jobs that we procrastinate on really do get uglier the longer that we leave them. They get harder and harder, and they run the risk of never getting done at all. These jobs are almost always the ones that we need to do the most, and they're the things that are going to make the biggest difference to us and our forward motion. Quite often we don't want to do them because we're scared. Well, sitting looking at them isn't going to make that any easier, so we need to minimize the time that we feel dread and get to the part where we feel fantastic because we've done it. Lists are very important. You might like to get a notebook and jot things down whenever they come into your head, or maybe use your phone notepad or a voice prompt, whatever works for you. However you do it, find the way that works, and then every day from your list, choose the planes that need to be landed for the day and then order them by frog size. Something that can help with this is a program called Simpleology. It's available for free on the internet, simpleology.com. You can upgrade to a paid account if you'd like to, and I actually do use the paid account. I like it, and it's very reasonable. It's only, I think it's $7 a month. But this helps with exactly what we've been talking about. It keeps your frogs and your planes under control. You don't even have to use all of its functionality in order to make a difference. So it is a great tool, and it's made a massive difference to me. I really do get so much more done in a day that by lunchtime I've often done what would have taken me more than a day to do, just because I'm more organised with it and attacking it with a proper plan. So I'd encourage you to have a try with Simpleology. It's not going to be everybody's thing, but for the people that like it, you're going to find it makes a really big difference. So once again, have fun and see you in the cafe.